Hey Drive, I'm just the messenger and your life coach. Yes, it's been a while. I'm just getting back into the swing of things when I came off my little mind clarity moment. But I hope everybody is doing okay. I missed y'all. I hope y'all miss me and everything. And I got something good for y'all. I'm gonna give you a little backdrop of what's been going on. So I took a little small trip to gain some clarity, and I did. And when I came back, I went on a fast. And since going on this fast, I have been experiencing some great things, especially mental clarity, and been getting a lot of downloads and everything. So I'm just going to share one with you that I think is very vital to becoming the best version of yourself. When you become the best version of yourself, there will be no codependency. You will not allow anyone to be codependent on you, and you won't be codependent on them. Okay? That's becoming the best version of yourself. You will know that you're not codependent and no one is codependent on you because you'll know yourself. And when you see that pattern playing out, you will automatically put a stop to it. And you won't do it viciously or harmly. You'll do it with grace and mercy and some love. Of course, some love. And I'm sweating a little bit because I've been doing a lot before I started doing this video, meditating, and this is what's happening. Plus detoxing too. But knowing thyself, that's a part of healing yourself, becoming a person that's not codependent on the next person. And what I mean by codependency is you don't look for them to take care of any of your needs. If your needs are met by someone, they're doing it because they want to. It's a blessing. They've been led. You haven't given them a hint, so to speak, for them to volunteer and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can do that for you. No, that's codependency. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're getting free from everything. Becoming the best version of yourself, you got to set limits and boundaries with people. And sometimes, we think about the other person's feelings, but does the other person think about your feelings? If they did, you would see it in their behavior. If their behavior is toxic and you've been down that road before, take an exit. Take an exit. Because let's talk about somebody being codependent on you. If somebody is constantly codependent on you, that's going to bring your vibration down. That's going to bring your energy down. And you're going to sacrifice yourself to do a lot for the other person. And that's getting into the people pleasing cycle. Been there, done that. Not doing that. Because a person that's codependent on you, they'll start taking advantage of you. They will start taking advantage of you. And you may find it hard to say no because you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you don't want to deal with whatever type of response they're going to have, because it's not going to be a positive response. And a person that's codependent, negative behaviors, negative, pessimistic, not optimistic, throwing temper tantrums, giving you the silent treatment because they didn't get what they want. But guess what? They're fighting battles inside of them that you have nothing to do with. You got to keep your vibration high. Your job, your main purpose is to create a better version of yourself. And you can't do that when somebody's being codependent on you. Now let's flip it. You being codependent. How do you expect to grow when you're codependent on somebody? You want somebody to take care of your needs. You can't grow like that. You living in a mode that is abnormal. You can't be great. You can't be the best version of yourself. You can't have a blessed day, a wonderful day. You can't feel great. I keep saying great because that's the word that keeps coming up. You can't feel all these high vibrational moods because you're codependent on somebody else. And so you becoming codependent on somebody else. Well, if that person stops that codependency, guess what you do? You go to the next victim and codependent on them. It's like this. The weak prey on the weaker. The weak can't prey on a strong individual. Understand what I'm saying? They can't do that. Becoming the best version of yourself, you're becoming a strong person. Not physically, mentally. So pay attention and ask yourself, am I codependent? In any area of your life, am I codependent? I've been there on both sides. So I know what I'm talking about. If y'all like this message, man, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when another video pops up, you know, you won't miss it. You know, I'm just a messenger and your life coach. I'm not here pointing fingers. I'm not here judging. And the things that I talk about is things that I have experienced. So I know what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you my perception of it. And most of them logical. You know, if you want to give me feedback, give me feedback. I overcame codependency. I overcame a lot of things. I still have some fear about some things, but I'm getting past that because of the lessons that I'm learning, and they're not going to be regrets. But when I was writing my book, I was getting free. And you can get my book on Amazon.com. It's called From Rejection to Adoption. And I do offer life coaching sessions. All you have to do is email me at his.n.2008@gmail.com. I'm here to help the folk. You know, that's my purpose. That's my life purpose. This is something that was birthed at me. Basically, this is a contract I signed before I came into this physical being. There's a girl that I watch on Instagram, and she calls this the meat suit, which it is. So it's just the meat suit for us to live here on earth. You know, we need to get our internal correct. We need to get our internal right. You know, so becoming the best version of yourself starts with the inside out. So when things start coming up or triggering you, that's something that you need to take care of. Codependency is a big thing to conquer. It does not happen overnight. You know, most people, like myself, being an empath also, you can become a people pleaser. You love helping out people. You will suffer in silence while the other person has went on about their way. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. I'm not saying not to help anyone. If you're led to help someone, you do that, but you have to create some limits and boundaries, because people will become codependent on you, or you'll become codependent on them. That is not a healthy relationship between parents and children, family members, significant others, even in the workplace. You got to cut codependency out. You have to set limits and boundaries. And that way, you know, people will know how to come at you. They will treat you with respect, because with codependency, if you allow somebody to be codependent on you, oh, trust and believe they're going to disrespect your ass, okay? And it's not always intentionally. Some of it is unintentional, you know. And it is our jobs to each one teach one, you know, help people become the better version of themselves. But if they're not taking heed to it, that's not your job to get them to see that. You can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. You understand what I'm saying? It is up to them to do the work. You got to do work in you, because if you allow someone to become codependent on you, or you become codependent on them, that's going to lower your vibration. And it's like you're going to start the same cycle that you came out of years ago. And it's like you're going to start all back over. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But sometimes it may take that. But you got to be self-aware. And that's why you got to know yourself. You know, what just dropped to me. Thank you, Spirit Team. Watch what kind of foods you eat too, because certain foods that you eat causes you to have low vibration, causes you to go into a cycle that you never intended to get into. And I'm speaking of codependency. You know, codependency comes with low self-esteem, feeling unworthy, you know, so you create this story of woe is me, you know, having a victim mentality. Thank you, Spirit Team. Having a victim mentality, and you can't grow like that. You can't progress like that. You know, we're all in the market of becoming the best version of yourself. I keep saying it. So you got to cut codependency out on both sides. Because most of the time, if you're codependent, you're going to attract codependency. I know this to be true. And that's going to stop your progression. That's going to stop your prosperity. That's going to cause you to be imbalanced. That's going to cause you to not have insight. That's even going to cause you to be unprotected. You know, because your spirit team doesn't go against your free will. And so then you'll start creating these tower moments for yourself. It's a cycle. So I'm just here for the cause. I'm here to help folk. And remember what I said, you know, if you need a life coaching session, you can email me at his.n2008@gmail.com. If you would like to read my book, How I Overcame a Lot of Things, and it's spiritual, you can get the book. It's on Amazon.com, called From Rejection to Adoption. If you want to leave a comment, you know, do that. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope this helps someone, because I've been getting a lot of downloads about codependency, which I'm going to be transparent. I may have fell into it just a little bit, but I snapped the you-know-what out of it. Okay? So y'all take care. Have a great day. I'm just the messenger and your life coach, sending light, love, and peace your way.